student, and they have given us examples. For example, a student classified under band 1, the most needy, pursuing a degree in medicine at a total of cost 520,000 per year, qualifies for a scholarship of 364,000, 70% of the total, a student tuition loan of 130,000, that is 25%, an upkeep loan of 60,000 per year. The student's household is expected to pay the balance of 26,000 per year. Also, the remarks, last month, the Principal Secretary for Higher Education, Beatrice Inyangala, told the National Assembly Education Committee that the National Treasury had not remunerated 29 billion to both the UF and HELB. This concluded 7.9 billion meant for scholarship for first-year students under the funding model and 4.2 billion for scholarship to technical and vocational education and TVET students. So, yeah, that's it.
Yes, and we can also see that on the Standard newspaper, page 11. Yes, there's construction of the JSS classroom starts. Yes, her education PS, Belion Kipsang, says state plans to build 16,000 classrooms for grade 9 pupils by January. Yeah, and we also saw earlier in the previous newspapers, I think since the beginning of this week, there was a debate, and also there was an issue with the construction of the JSS classrooms. Yes, and even we saw that some had suggested that they should go to Form 1. They should move to high school.
Because they have equipment and facilities that are needed for the education. But the Cabinet Secretary of Education, Machogu, spoke and said that the JSS students will only move to secondary school or to senior school in 2026. So they are going to still remain in primary school in grade 9.
Yes, and I think that's why they even the construction of the classes has started. Yeah, he says initially, he says initial phase of the project will cost 9 billion. One school ahead, he wants school heads against mismanaging the funds. Yeah, construction of 9,000 classrooms for grade 9 learners has kicked off, with the government directing schools to strictly use money allocated for the intended purpose. Each classroom will be constructed at an estimated cost of 1 million shillings. This means that the project will cost 9 billion. Yeah, because it's 9,000 classrooms.
And I think also they are going to construct labs, libraries, home science labs, because these are the facilities that they need, and most public primary schools don't have these facilities. And that is why some stakeholders were suggesting to the Ministry of Education for the JSS who are now in grade 8 to move to senior school in grade 9 so that they can be able to access these facilities.
Yes.
And also going back to the debt, that is now a heavy burden of new students, and not students, parents, because parents are the ones who
feel the weight.
They are the ones who are responsible for paying school fees. And I think now things are going to be a little more hard, especially for those students who are taking technical courses, and especially those courses that are categorized as STEM. They are going to pay more school fees than those who take courses in arts. And also, they are supposed to pay these loans immediately after they finish school. And you know, the job crisis is there. There are no jobs, and they are wondering how they are going to clear the loan if the jobs are not there.
Yes. So on the Standard newspaper, the Last Supper. Yes, night of long knives. Yeah, after weeks of protest, yesterday's cabinet meeting could be the last one for at least 7 members. Pushed to the wall on wastage and extravagance, President William Ruto has decided to asks ministers and principal secretaries at the first line of reforming his government. Yeah, you can find that story on page 7 of the Standard newspaper. Yes, so the president, he chaired a special meeting cabinet, a special cabinet meeting at the State House in Nairobi yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And 7 members are supposed to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cabinet was briefed on the security situation in the country following the days of riots.
Protest. And it means that the Gen Z voices have been heard, and they're taking them seriously, because in Wednesday Senate proceedings, some senators said that the CAS or the cabinet secretaries should be reduced from 21 to 14, and the majority leader of the Senate, Haron Cheriot, who's also the Senator of Kericho County, said that the best thing is to just start afresh and scrap the office of the prime cabinet secretary.
Yes.
The office that Musalia Mudavadi is holding.
Yeah. We can also see that the president's last supper with CSs before Axe Falls. Yeah, there's a picture of the president, and it's like they're on a dining. It looks like the last supper
for some members.
So some ministries are set to be scrapped, including an array of state corporations disbanded. In the new anticipated lineup, there will be 15 ministries as opposed to the current 22. Yes, so the president held a cabinet meeting at State House that will turn out to be the last supper for 7 cabinet secretaries whose ministries are to be abolished in a looming shake-up. Yeah, so they are going to be completely scrappled. Yeah, it's like the ministries are going to completely be gone. So we can see that even some of the ministries currently, like in the country, there are some important ministries, like maybe the environmental department. The
Ministry of Defense.
There are some that
security.
Yes.
And I don't think we can do.
There are some that we cannot do without.
And also the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health.
But I also think some could be merged.
Because there were some stakeholders who are suggesting that it's better if some ministries
are merged.
For example, the Ministry of Tourism and Foreign Affairs. I just feel like they go together.
It's like it's actually the same thing.
That is just my thoughts.
So they could be merged. And I think that is also what some of the members of parliament also had discussed earlier. And
that will really help, because we've had the president saying that we should live within our means. We don't have money. We have loans that are supposed to pay, and this will be a good move. And it's good when it starts with them. They should lead by example. In doing that, we will see that really they care for the people of Kenya, because if they are able to scrap some offices and so that we may have a better life, I think that's a good cause.
Yes, and we can also see that multiple sources independently indicated that prior to the meeting yesterday, the president held a 40-minute meeting with his deputy Rigathi Gachagua before joining the jittery cabinet secretaries, some of whose jobs are on the line. Yes, and in the new anticipated lineup, there will be 15 ministries as opposed to the current 22, which will be reorganized as follows: Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education and National Treasury. Others are Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Irrigation, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and EAC, Ministry of Labor and Public Service, Ministry of Affirmative Action, Youth and Gender. The reorganization will lead to creation of Ministry of Water, Forest and Environment, Ministry of Tourism, Culture, Youth and Sports, Ministry of Infrastructure, Land, Housing, Public Works, Roads, Ministry of Economic Planning, MITI, SME, Cooperatives, Delivery Unit, ICT, and the Attorney General. Yes, so we can also see that at the same time 15 principal secretaries will lose their jobs in the shake-up in response to austerity measures announced by the president. So clearly we can see they are merging some ministries, and they are also creating new ministries.
Because we have many, I think we have more than enough public secretaries, I think more than 50.
So 15 of them 15 are losing their jobs.
Are going home.
Yeah.
But I think because most of the time you'll find that the 15 will lose their job, but again they will be taken to other ministries. So at the end of the day, we're not saving anything. So I think they should just get out, scrap it completely. Not that now you remove them from these ministries and then you take them to another ministries. That will.
It's like you're just reshuffling people, but the money is still the same. It's going to be used in the same way. So I think I don't know what they are going to do, but clearly we can see that they are making changes. So we are just going to wait and see if the people are going to lose their jobs completely, or maybe they'll be placed in other ministries. Yes, and we also see that the Defense Cabinet Secretary, Aden Duale, confirmed that the National Treasury had been mandated to profile the parastatals which have overlapping mandates and those which had roles which could better be fulfilled by the private sector. Yes, he explained that some of the parastatals will be relocated to parent ministries as departments. Yes, there will be radical changes. This is what he said, I quote, there will be radical changes and President Ruto is committed to reduce the bloated wage bill.
So that is the goal, to reduce the bloated wage bill.
So it's like by sacking some people and by letting go of some people.
So it's sacking, not reshuffling. Because reshuffling will not make any sense. So to reduce
the weight, the wage baggage, we can see that some have to go home. And that is why it was the last supper.
The last supper for some people. And also you've talked about the president having a 40-minute meeting with his deputy president. And the deputy president was present in the meeting that was chaired by President William Ruto. And also they also talked about the protest, the ongoing protest. But yesterday there was no protest, but they talked about protest, and they said that the protest was infiltrated by criminals. That was something that we've seen. And also the president said that it is now time to chart a new future, and also the cabinet assess security situations in the country after riots.
Yes, and we can also see that the president has taken to action all these things that he did, the meetings that he had. It's because of the protests that have happened during the past 2 weeks, and this has been the third week of the protest. And we also see that he took to action after his speech on Sunday, and his interview, when he said he's going to change. And he's going to start with the State House, and we can see that he's also implementing it on the CSS.
And what people want to see is just action, because you may spend the whole day apologizing and doing nothing. And the Gen Z are here to stay, and they want to see our leaders being accountable.
I also think that even the MPs who are apologizing, they should start by doing actions. Because if people start seeing that you are doing something,
they will forgive you.
In your constituency, you've started working, you've started the projects that you promised. yeah, clearly we are going to see, oh, this person has decided to change. Yeah, and also some sources say that even the president has took to action, like he started the action before, so that the meeting that is going to happen today with the Gen Zs on the X, which we've had, it's around 2 p.m. To around 4 p.m.
2 hours.
Yes. So he started his meeting and he has started changing things, because so that before he, you know, the Gen Zs can start confronting and they can start, it's like you said you'll do this, what have you done?
What have you done? But
we want
at
to
least
see
now
action.
you will have something to say in the meeting, like there are some
I said I'll do this, and clearly you've seen it. I've started implementing whatever I promised.
And now for our CS, it is now a time for them to be accountable and do the work, because they're paid to do the work.
Yeah, and that is why I think they're called public servants. Because the call to leadership is a call to serve. It's not a call to I don't know, if people think leadership is about maybe controlling people or something. It's serving. It's actually
leadership
serving.
is not about ruling, but leading. You should lead by example.
And actually people say that the only way you can lead is by serving. Yes. Yeah, it's true. We can also see another story making news on the Standard newspaper. Welcome to the world of super rich leaders, few elected. An MP's world, when they are not cruising in the latest fuel guzzler, they are landing in choppers carrying millions. Yes, you can find that story on page 8 of the Standard newspaper. Yeah, and they're showing the lifestyle of most of the MPs in Kenya.
They're not hiding it. They're showing off.
Filthy rich ruling elite vomiting on shoes of poor and hungry citizens. Senators angered by CSs who had acquired billions of shillings now displaying their opulence. Leaders attribute citizens' unrest to corruption and embezzlement of public money. So I think also this is the time that, like most of the MPs, their lifestyles have been questioned. I think during this season of the rise of the Gen Zs and the rise of people who are calling the government to accountability, it has started raising questions. It has started exposing. It's like, where are you getting all this money? So it means all this time you haven't been working. There are no roads which have been built, which have been constructed. There's nothing. We can see no development in the counties, in the constituencies, and it's because you are earning. Maybe you are getting all this money. You're embezzling funds. We can also see that Aaron Cheriot, the senator of Senate Majority Leader, until we demonstrate our politics and the space of influence, it will continue to be a gold rush and the desire of every member. He was talking about the accumulation of wealth that has been seen over the years.
And most of the time we realize that they accumulate or they get this wealth when they are in the office. Before that, they didn't have all this that they have right now. And you know, what has angered the citizen is the way they are showing off.
Yes, and we've also had a lot of cases of senators donating money in Harambes, in fundraising things, and yet there is nothing that has been done in their constituencies. And also even we've had cases where people walk with money, the MPs, the CSs walk with bags of money, millions of money. And
then they go and they show the money to the citizens who don't have a cent. You can imagine, that is so bad. I think it is now time for our leaders to be accountable. Don't use public funds for your personal gain because you want to win some people. And you know, most of the time these politicians know that many Kenyans don't have money, and the moment you give them money, they will they will be on your knees They will do whatever you tell them to do. But that has changed, especially in this new generation, the Gen Z. They are not bought easily with cheap money. All they want is for their leaders to be accountable and to do what they promised them. Whatever they had in their manifestos.
And also change. They want to see change. I think it's like people are just tired of fake promises. It's like we go on campaigns, you give us fake promises, you give us 500 shillings, 1,000 shillings, and then we vote you in, and then you go, you steal a lot of billions of money, and then you come back after 5 years with the same story. You give us the same, because we even saw some members of parliament during the debates. You remember during the presidential debate, during the governors debate, even some were being asked, what does bottom up stand for, since you are a member of the Kenya Kwanza coalition? And some of them, even they were not able to say, they were not able to know. So it's like they don't even know what they stand for. Clearly, they don't even know what they are standing for. They can come and be speaking and saying, we are here for bottom up, we are here maybe for, this is Hustler Nation, and they know nothing about hustling. If you're saying Hustler Nation, what do you mean?
So it's
so I think this is the time where people have just been tired and they want accountability. Yes, we also see that the Kisii Senator, Richard Onyoka, wondered how one person could have 4 million acres of land, even as he claimed that there was too much stealing by the state official. The members of public know your houses. This is what he was saying. They know where your kids go to school. They know which properties of land you have. What happened to our mentality that we pretend and run to churches talking about Christianity? Do you understand what you are dealing with? He posed. So the senator accused governors of looting billions of monies and investing in buying palatial houses in Kilimani. So my thought is, if the leaders got the wealth that they have now in by public funds, I think it's right if they start returning. But if they got it in a right way, maybe they've been in parliament, you know, some of them have invested their money, well and good. And we also remember during the President Uhuru's former President Uhuru's reign, he called people to give the accountability of their wealth. It's like you are supposed to announce your wealth, your worth, what you're worth and how you acquired the money. And he said that one will be a way of reducing corruption, and also it will be a way, it will show transparency. Yes, but we also saw that even some people were coming out and they were saying, people were coming out and saying their worth, declaring their worth, declaring their wealth. It's not the exact amount. People are lying. People are not giving the full, they are not honest, they are not transparent. Because there are some leaders who have properties even overseas. And they can't mention it maybe when they are saying they are wealth. Another story that is making headlines on the Daily Nation is why IG Kome is a man under siege. Where is he? The youth protest against unpopular taxes and runaway cost of living, as well as the National Police Service handling of the demos in which at least 39 people have been killed, have once again revived speculation that the police boss isn't sitting pretty. You can find that story on page 10. There's the picture of the IG Kome. So if you want to read more about the story, you can find it on pages 10. Yes, also still on the IG and also the courts, we can see that the IEBC seeks boundaries, crisis court orders. You can find that story on page 9 of the Standard newspaper. So the Attorney General, Justin Muturi, individuals may seek legal redress, urging that the failure to delimit boundaries has compromised their constitutional rights.
Right.
Yes, so the IEBC seeks top courts advice as boundaries review timelines lapse. Yeah, you can read that story more on page 9 of
And
the Standard newspaper.
another story making headlines on the Daily Nation is for Ruto passing bills won't be walk and park if the overflowing apologies by MPs who voted for the Finance Bill 2024 are anything to go by. President William Ruto should be worried over consideration of government-sponsored bills in Parliament, where the apologies might not translate to shifting to the opposition. They mean the lawmakers will now cast votes on government-backed bills not because of the directive of their parties but based on the interest of their constituents, gripped by fear after some of their colleagues suffered when their properties were raised for voting yes. The lawmakers are likely to weigh their options before casting their votes in the House. You can find that on page 8. Yeah, so do you think when given a chance, will the same MPs, especially the ones who face the wrath of the people, will they really vote yes, or again they will be faithful and vote yes? Will they really vote no?
Honestly,
will they go against the government?
Do you remember when the protests were still continuing before the parliament was
banned?
Yeah, it was occupied, and also before the MPs, all their houses were burned down or even they were attacked. Do you remember some members of parliament were still confident on the street, and they were speaking in public, and they were saying, given a chance, I will still vote yes. Yeah. So we should get their opinions right now, currently.
And also, we saw the president saying that those politicians or MPs who voted for the bill are the heroes of this country. And let's read about it. Those who have apologized for voting for the Finance Bill 2024 include Mr. David Gikaria, Nakuru Town East, and we saw that they even they printed a shirt apologizing for the people. Mr. John Kiari, Dagoretti South, Mr. Joseph Namwar, Turkana Central, Mr. Geoffrey Wandetu of Tetu, Sarah Korero of Laikipia North, Mr. Gideon Kimayo of Keyo South, and Matungu's Oscar Nabulindo. While apologizing, their lawmakers said they listened to their party instead of what people were saying. And also National Assembly Majority Leader and Kikuyu MP Kimani Ichung'wah, his deputy Owen Mbaya, Kilifi North, and Majority Whip Silvanus Osoro did not respond to our calls and text messages on the issue.
Yes.
And also there are those members who apologized. And there is another one from Belgut, Nelson Koech, who said he has no apologies to make over the decision he made, adding that Kenyans will soon begin feeling the effects of the withdrawal of the bill. And he said Kenyans will thank those who voted for it. And I quote, "I stand by my vote. Why would I apologize? The Finance Bill 2024 is a huge document, and we removed all the areas that Kenyans did not want." Those are the remarks of Belgut MP Nelson Koech.
Can we also say that a lot of MPs they always vote in the House in favor of their party. Okay, in as much as you belong to a party and you're supposed to follow it. And you're supposed maybe to support your party, but remember who voted you in. It's the people. And sometimes if the people want something different and maybe the party is in favor of something completely different, are you supposed to choose the party over the people, or are you supposed to choose the people over the party? Was it the party that voted you in, or was it the people?
I
think this is something that maybe the members of parliament should be able to just sit down and think about it. Maybe if you weigh your options and you choose the party, will the party be still the next one that is voting you in during the next general election?
And as apologies continue from the Kenya Kwanza, they're not the only one facing the wrath of the people, but in the ODM party, Azimio la Umoja coalition, some ODM members are going to be disciplined who voted for the finance bill. And among the members who voted for the finance bill are Gideon Ochanda of Bondo constituency, Elisha Odhiambo of Gem, Karoli Omondi of Suba North, Emmanuel Wangwe of Navaholo, Memusi Kanchori of Kajiado Central, and Bernard Shinali Ikolomani. And they said that they are going to hold these MPs accountable for going against the party.
Yes, and we can also see that on page 4 of the Standard newspaper, the senators blame the National Assembly colleagues for youth protest crisis in the country. Yes, members told of people who are calling for the scrapping of the Senate. They accused members of the National Assembly of refusing to listen to the people. Yeah, so this is the Senate which are blaming the National Assembly. Yeah, and they are saying that the rivalry between the Senate and the National Assembly reared its head as senators contributing for the second day on the motion on the state of the nation accused their colleagues for failing to rise to the occasion when required to. Senators also told of those who are calling for scrapping of the Senate as part of the austerity measures, saying unlike the National Assembly colleagues, they have stood to be accounted and should in the future have an input in crucial issues such as the finance bill. So they want to be involved. Yeah, we have impeached 5 governors. Our colleagues in the National Assembly should tell us how many cabinet secretaries they have impeached. Yeah, said Homa Bay Senator Moses Kajwang. So they were saying, they were even criticized, and they were saying that the arrogance and the tribalism by the country, there's arrogance and tribalism by the country's leadership. Yes, and I'm asking today if the Senate was involved in making in the decision and also in the current state of the country in the finance bill. Do you think that things could have turned out different? Because most of the senators argued and they said that the MPs refused to listen to what the people were saying.
I think they're just saying that now because of the protest. They would have just done the same, because I don't think they're different from their friends in parliament. I don't think so. That is my opinion. But the national finance bill was not the only bill that was rejected. We've seen bills being rejected in county levels, and the latest is from Nairobi County, where Sakaja rejected the bill. And I quote him, the finance bill 2023 is still in use. We will not introduce another bill until next year. We want to listen to the people. I love this, listening to the people and how they are responding to the charges we introduce before we come up with a new bill. Also, he said, we are not saying the Nairobians do not want to pay taxes. The issue is the prudent use of taxpayer resources. So, Sakaja, the governor of Nairobi says that his problem, he acknowledges that the problem is the usage of taxpayers' resources. The way the public funds are being used is now the problem.
Yeah, it's not like people don't want to pay taxes. And it's true, because even as the people were protesting, they were saying it's not that they are refusing to pay taxes. It's because they've been paying taxes over the years. And they've never seen where the tax money is going. Like, we've been paying taxes, but where is it used? Is it used to fly our members of parliament, or even to fly people outside country? Is it used to build them houses?
To go for benchmarking that they don't come to implement.
Yes, or even to go on vacation. Yeah, so this is what the people were even saying on the streets.
Yeah, and also remember that Makueni County also rejected their county finance bill,
Yeah.
but this came after public uproar, and the people of Makueni had promised that if Makueni Governor Mutula Kilonzo is
Yeah.
not going to reject the bill, they are going to go on the street and demonstrate.
Yes, we also see that the senator, the Kisii senator, Richard Onyoka, has said that it should be noted that this country is not a company with shareholders, but a nation of 50 million Kenyans with equal rights and should be treated so by the ruling class. Yes, and we can see that these are some of the senators who are against the finance bill. And they were saying that the people should be listened to because the country belongs to people over 50 million Kenyans.
That's true.
It's not a shareholder.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not a shareholding business that is happening in the country.
People should be given jobs because they are qualified, not just because they have connection.
Yeah, or even you.
Unajua nani?
Or even tribal. Yeah, you have the tribal name that belongs to maybe to a particular party.
Yeah.
Yes, and we also see that even Moses Kajwang, the Homa Bay senator, he also said that some politicians were boasting that the Generation Z were not registered voters and will therefore not influence the outcome of the next general election, adding that every Kenyan who has a national identity card should automatically be eligible to vote. So he was saying that some of the people who supported the finance bill and who are still in support of the finance bill and who are even saying that they do not regret supporting the finance bill, it's because they believe that the Generation Z, they are not registered voters. So they will not change the outcome or even influence the outcome of the next general election. So does it mean that they think that maybe other people are blinded? It's like, because we know that the Generation Z were the ones who mostly took to the streets to protest. But we also know that there are a lot of busy Kenyans and a lot of other people who are working, even older Kenyans, who were against the protest, who are against the Finance Bill 2024, but they were not able to protest. So it's like they've decided, they've already changed even they will influence the outcome of the election
come 2027.
Yeah.
And that is good because most of the time you'll realize that the youth don't vote.
Yeah, it's true.
And now they've seen the fruits of not involving themselves in important matters, especially concerning their lives and their country. Also, another story in the Daily Nation, it reads, an easy calm returns to the streets in many towns as protesters keep away. You can find that story on page 7 of the Daily Nation. So there was no protest yesterday the way we anticipated. We thought that
there could be a protest,
but there was calm in the country. But also, some businesses remain closed due to fear of their businesses being vandalized and looted. And we've seen that most of the business people fear, and some of them even took the responsibility of guarding their businesses and making sure that they're not going to lose their business because of criminals who have infiltrated the peaceful demonstration that started 3 weeks ago.
Yes, we can also see that on the Standard newspaper, page 5, make peace with Gen Z or resign. Kenyan diaspora tell the president. Yes, they say Kenyans are tired of corruption and incompetence in government. They commended the youth for standing up and speaking truth to power. Yes, so they were saying it will no longer be business as usual, and the Kenya Kwanza government has been put on notice by the youth, Kenyans living in the USA. Yeah, the Kenyan diaspora termed the recent protest by Gen Z against the Finance Bill 2024 as a critical turning point for President William Ruto's government. Yes, so they were saying that this was something that was a brave action by the youths as they took to the streets and they sent a strong message to all the leaders in government. Yes, so one of the member who is in Atlanta, Georgia, one of the Kenyan citizens, yeah, I think they say this should send a strong message to all leaders. President Ruto must crack the whip on his cabinet. It will no longer be business as usual.
Yeah, and also we see that also the Muslim leaders spoke yesterday and said that 90% of Kenyans had rejected finance bill, but the MPs decided to ignore the voice of the people. Also, the Muslim leaders asked the president to slam KK for pushing finance bill. And remember, when President Ruto spoke on Sunday, he hailed the members who voted for the finance bill as heroes. And also the Muslim leaders said that the MPs ignored the voice of people. And also, as protest, there was no protest yesterday, but the members of the protesters who died during the protest are still mourning for their loved ones, and some of the protesters who died were yesterday buried. And the mother of the boy who was shot 8 times is still seeking justice, and he said, I went to the morgue yesterday and they never allowed me to see the body. Mr. Okinyi lamented that his son was killed by the police who were supposed to protect people, and he said, I quote, I was told that my son had gone to borrow a book from his friend when he encountered the rioters. While the police were busy dispersing them, my son was shot 8 times. End of quote. The parents of this boy who died and who was shot 8 times are still seeking justice, even as they plan on how they are going to lay their son to rest.
Yes, we can also see that Catch 22, Ruto's legacy projects up in flames after finance bill flops. Yes, so some of the projects that that the president had for this coming year, they will be completely out because of the reject of the finance bill. Yeah, for this year. Yeah, some of the affected projects were to solidify his presidency and enter him to the electorate in the 2027 polls. Yes, because we can see that he had planned some construction of roads.
And also the confirming of GSS, 46,000 GSS teachers to permanent and pensionable. And the president said that even though the bill has been rejected, there are some consequences that you are going to live with it.
Yes, we can also see that the budget for the JSS, which was to hire 46,000 teachers, as you said, will be cut by 18.9 billion. A program where cash is transferred to the elderly, and which was expected to get 5.5 billion, is also a big loser. We can also see that also 290 MPs will not get the 15 billion that was to be added to each national government constituency development fund, NG, CDF. Each MP was to get 30 million. 30 million. Yes, we can also see that one is also one of the losers. Technical and vocational education and training and technical training institutes, on the other hand, will lose 800 million, while infrastructure for schools and school feeding programs will lose 1.6 billion and 1.8 billion respectively. Yeah, at least 1,200 medical interns will have been employed after they recently negotiated for a package that followed a protracted 2-month strike. Yeah, as they stand now, the program will lose 3.7 billion of the negotiated packs.
Yeah, and also
Yeah, we can also see that her allocation for medical equipment has been slashed by 1 billion, as the national government affirmative action budget has been slashed by 1.5 billion.
And
Yes.
also the money that will be going to the counties will be also reduced. And we've seen some governors coming out strongly and saying that they don't want the money that will go to their counties to be touched, because they have a lot of things that they want to do. Yeah. So let's
So a lot of offices have been affected, and a lot of offices are expected to also be affected due to the rejection of the finance bill 2024. So we can even see that some projects will be delayed and even some others will be cancelled completely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and even as that is going on, yesterday the Cabinet Secretary of Interior, Professor Kithure Kindiki, spoke about the protest, and he said that only 25 people have been killed, contrary to the numbers that we've been hearing. The human rights say that 41 people have been killed from the protest. And also Cabinet Secretary said, Kindiki said that they are going to account to each of the protesters who died. And also he said that investigation is ongoing, and he condemned the destruction of property and looting. And he also commended the police for doing a good work. And also he said that the peaceful demonstration was hijacked by the criminals. And he said that some even criminals took guns from police and shot at crowd, and that took place in Rongai.
Yes. So on that note, continue interacting with us on our social media handles. Yes, remember you can catch us on Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, her YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS line is 0703339959. Yes. Don't forget to send your SMS. Tell us your name and where you're watching us from. Yeah, we are taking a short break.
And when we come back, we are going to speak about fitness and the importance of exercise. Don't go anywhere.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
Well, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's art. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle these big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Kwa majina ni John Mragori, ninaokuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja, tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV, where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts, your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambuliv,
and Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Ujambo mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu ndani ya Fahamu Siasa na Wanasiasa. Hapa tutakuwa tunaangazia masuala ya katiba, uchumi na teknolojia. Vile vile utaweza kufahamu na kujua kazi ya mjumbe wako, seneta wako, MCA wako kila siku ya Jumatatu na Alhamisi kuanzia mida ya saa 3 hadi saa 5. Ukiletewa nami Peter Mohoro. Usikose kutazama Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
Siku na mchana nakupa sifa, day and night Lord.
Indeed, tunakupa sifa, sifa zote ni kwako ewe Mungu. This is Nuru ya Injili Gospel Show, ambapo tutakuwa tunawaletea amazing guests, amazing artists, inspired ministers of the world.
And we shall be having interesting conversations. It shall be hot, it shall be fire, it shall be rejuvenating right here at Nuru ya Injili.
Of course, hii si ya kukosa. Kutakuwa na mixes kali, new song, new bangers, na hii mtazamaji wetu utapenda. Kutakuwa na a lot of fun yenyewe mwenyewe huwezi miss.
I will be your host, Jack Favor.
And I, your co-host, Caroline Jerry.
Alongside DJ Tish.
Every Sunday.
From 6 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
Nuru ya Injili, only at Faraja TV.
What's happening?
It's showtime!
Oh, okay, let's go.
This is Gospel Link Up. Kuanzia saa 4 mpaka saa 7 kila Jumapili at Faraja TV with me, The Ramses, alongside
DJ XDs.
Alright, hii ni kosa kukosa wewe.
Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
We are glad that you're still with us. Thank you for joining us. I'm still your host, Vicky Kipto.
And I am Abonariri. Yes, remember you can continue interacting with us on our social media handles. Facebook, you can catch us Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube Faraja TV Media, TikTok faraja.tv.media, Instagram Faraja_TV_Kenya, and also our SMS line is 0703339959. Yes, so we are going to our next segment. Yes.
And we are going to talk about physical exercise and the benefits of physical exercise. Remember, today is Friday and we always focus in fashion and fitness. And also remember to tell us where you're watching us from and your name. And in our Did You Know segment.
Yes, did you know? We are here to educate you.
And to enlighten you. Physical exercise is physical activity that enhances or maintains fitness and overall health. It is performed for various reasons, including weight loss or maintenance, to aid growth and improve strength, develop muscles and the cardiovascular system, athletic skills, improve health, or simply for enjoyment. So physical exercise is an activity that enhances or maintains fitness and overall health. It is performed for various reasons, including include weight loss, maintenance, where you don't want to lose your weight. You want to maintain, to aid growth and improve strength, also to develop muscles and the cardiovascular system, also for athletic reasons, so that you can have athletic body and all that, and also to improve health and simply for enjoyment.
Yes, we can also see that it is also beneficiary to your, it's beneficial to your health, because sometimes you find people who have been, maybe they've been involved in accidents and they need physical therapy or physiotherapy. I don't know what it's called, but the therapy that they use so that somebody can be able to walk again, or somebody can be able to move their muscles, like you said earlier, bones. So I think it also helps in terms of bones and muscles.
And as some of the benefits of physical exercise, going to the gym, and all that, one of them is exercise can make you feel happier. It releases stress. Did you know that?
I think it comes to all physical activities. Physical activities help you to release stress, and also it can make you happier. It's like if you are depressed and you just go out there, maybe you do something, if you run, I think it helps.
Because I've never seen anybody, especially in the gym, sad. Most of the time you find them enjoying themselves, even if because the physical exercises are not always easy. Most of the time you feel exhausted, but they keep on pushing, and at the same time they are smiling. So it reduces stress and it makes you happy. And according to this article, it says it improves your mood and decrease feelings of depression, anxiety, and stress. Exercise may increase brain sensitivity to serotonin. There are some hormones. I'm going to try to read them. Serotonin and norepinephrine. I hope I'm getting it right. These hormones relieve feelings of depression. It may also increase the production of endorphins. We've talked about that, which help produce positive feelings and reduce the perception of pain.
Yes, we can also say it's because like physical exercises, they always increase your heartbeat. If you're running, you'll find that your heartbeat has increased. So it also helps with the circulation of blood all over the body. And I think it helps also with brain activity, because blood has now gone to the brain. And also like the increase of your heartbeat, it means that if you are depressed or something, it's like it goes down also. So we can also say it reduces anxiety and things like those
and
ones.
Depression. And also exercise, it can help with weight management.
Of course, this is something that
This is
all of us
actually-
know.
This
Yeah.
is the reason to why you go. Many people go to the gym,
Yeah.
so that they can maintain the weight that they have or reduce their current weight to
Or
the
even
weight they
have,
want to
yeah.
have.
Or maybe they're trying to have abs or something. Yes.
you don't want to have a belly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this is like the main thing that
The
makes
main thing that-
a lot of us
Yeah.
get involved in physical exercises. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, you don't have to go to the gym. There are some exercises, and especially now that you have YouTube, the social media, you can use. There are some apps because we've seen how are they called, gym instructors that are online. You don't have to go to the gym. You can just do the exercise in
Yeah,
your
nowadays you can do anything at the comfort of your home.
Thank you.
The power of social media.
Yeah, and get
technology.
that body that you want. So, and this article, it says exercise can help you manage your weight by helping with energy expenditure, also known as spending, because your body spends energy in three ways. The three ways are digesting food, exercising, maintaining body functions like your heartbeat and breathing, the way we said earlier. A reduced calorie intake may lower your metabolic rate, which can temporarily delay weight loss. However, regular exercise may increase your metabolic rate. This can burn more calories and help you manage your weight.
Yes, so we can also see that physical exercises, they help with weight management because it's like while you're getting involved, you're moving. It's like
and
your
you burn-
body is using the energy.
Yeah, and in the process you burn calories.
Yeah.
But I've seen people who say that I've gone to the to the gym, and you know, this gym, especially the ones that you have in the country, are costly. So you will, most of the time, I've had people say, I've gone to the gym, but the gym have not helped me.
Yeah.
I still have
the same weight.
But most of the time you realize, yes, you go.
And then you come back
and remember, we've talked about in these sessions, we've talked about
eating,
diet, overeating. So you go to the gym, but
you don't
you're
change
not
your diet.
disciplined. You continue with your daily routine. You consume a lot of a lot of food that has fat. So at the end of the day,
a lot of calories. Yeah.
you're adding calories in your body, so you're not doing justice to your body. So if you decide that you want to exercise, it's also better if you become disciplined.
Yes, and I also think that physical exercises always goes hand in hand with dieting. Yeah, when you're doing physical exercises, you're supposed to be also on a diet, on a healthy diet. It's like you're supposed to consume more healthy stuff, so that even when you are doing the physical exercises, you don't get overwhelmed. Because we've also seen sometimes maybe you have problems with your breathing because of maybe the kind of food that you consumed. Yeah, so it's like you're even unable to get involved or even to do other physical exercises. Yes, so I think it always goes hand in hand. And also people who are into like maybe into gymming, into fitness, you always find them, they are also into good and healthy eating. Yeah,
those people who are very serious about exercise.
Yeah, and also they always consume a lot of water. Yeah,
drinking water is very important. It helps, especially if you're that person who exercises a lot. And also, one of the benefits of physical exercise is good for your muscles and bones.
Yeah.
So it makes your muscles to be strong when you, because I've seen people, especially who go to the gym continuously. Most of the time, their muscle and
they're even strong.
They're strong.
Yeah, because they're into
muscles
lifting weights and
Thank
everything.
you.
So like they're just strong.
The way their muscles, especially the way their hands look like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like ours.
They've handled heavier things.
Yeah, so it shows that you will have good muscles and bones. And in this article, it says exercise helps to build bone density, Regular exercise is significant because it will improve bone density in the lumbar spine, neck and hip bone, which may help prevent osteoporosis later in life.
Yes, we can also see that even we can see with kids, even when you have a kid and they are maybe on the stage where they are supposed to be walking, you always make them stand up, you try to make them move while holding them, so it's like you're also exercising their bones so that they can get used to the activity where they are trying to stand up and trying to move. Yeah, so we can also say that physical exercises, they always help with the improving of bones. That is why even like when people get into accidents and they are in hospitals, there is always the therapy where they have to start walking. It's like they have to start moving their bones, to help them, and also things like swimming to help with the muscles, and the nerves and bones.
And also, it is not only you don't only exercise in the gym. Also, you can exercise through playing soccer, swimming, cycling, and in these activities, you will find that you will have higher bone density than no impact sports.
Yeah, it's true. Even hiking,
walking.
Yeah, these are things that also help with your bones, because sometimes even people who are always driving, they're always in their cars and they never get a chance maybe to walk. They're always advised with their doctors, they're always advised to maybe walk a little bit, not use the car all the time. Yeah, or even maybe because sometimes you find people the work that they're involved in, it doesn't involve a lot of physical exercise.
Most
so
of
it's
the
like
time you're just sitting down.
from your seat you move to your car, from your car to your bed.
Your house.
So that is something that is unhealthy, actually. Yeah, and because you're always consuming and you're always eating things, sometimes even weight, it can become an issue because you don't get a chance to get involved in any physical exercise.
Well said.
Yeah.
And also, when you exercise, you can increase your energy levels.
Yes.
So, exercise makes you to be active. And most of the time, you will feel, even after exercise, you have the energy to continue working. Unlike somebody who have not exercised a lot, it gives you energy. At the end of the day, you know, most of the time, you feel like after exercise, after running, after going to the gym,
even
you will get
skipping
tired.
a rope.
Yeah, you will get tired. But
you are always energized.
Yeah, but most of the time you realize those people are not always lazy. They are very active.
Yeah, it's true, because even like at home, skipping a rope, just skipping a rope, you always find yourself after skipping a rope, you want to do something else. You've started being energized. It's like something has pushed you to now start something, and that is why I think a lot of people who are into exercises, they always go to the gyms or even how they do the physical exercises during morning hours, because before you start your day, so it's like it's something that is pushing you, pushing your energy levels. So it's something that boosts your energy during the day. And that is why we also find some people saying, today I didn't go to the gym, that's why I feel like I'm dragging myself, I'm a bit lazy.
And remember earlier we talked about it boosts your brain. So most of the time you realize the people who go to the gym or the people who run in the morning, most of the time their brains are active. You will not even feel dizzy during the day. You will go to work and you will do the work very well. So it encourages.
And I think this is why even we also saw in schools there's always a segment of physical education, PE. Yeah, there
and
was
most of
always
the time,
PE.
I remember at some point I used to ask myself, what is the importance
of PE? But it was always on the timetable. Yeah, because it's always important. Physical exercise is important. Yeah, you going out there and playing or even running or even doing something.
And I've remembered something. In high school, most of the time we were told when you feel dizzy, we were encouraged to go out and run. And after running, because I was once a victim of sleeping in class. And after running, I will realize that I will come to class and I will concentrate. So it
yeah,
really helps.
you can't sleep.
You can't sleep.
Especially maybe even if your teacher has got you sleeping in class and then they tell you go
Go
run.
run.
Yeah, go for 1 round.
But when you come
come
back,
back,
you feel energized.
you won't sleep.
You won't sleep. So it helps.
You'll be
a
so
lot.
energized, you'll be active and everything. So we can see the direct effect of physical exercise.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, exercise can reduce your risk of chronic diseases.
Yeah.
Yes, especially diseases with maybe to do with sugars, a lot of sugars, diabetes. I think also sometimes even heart diseases.
Because we talked about exercise burn calories.
Yeah. And also there are these exercises like cardios, which help you with blood flow. So it's like it even strengthens the heart muscles
the way
and everything.
The heart pumps the blood.
Yeah, so we can see it helps you fight chronic diseases. Yeah, exercise can also help skin health.
I was waiting for this, especially for the ladies.
Yeah.
Because we are always concerned about our skins. Especially on our face.
Yeah, and I think also some things like some fats, some calories, when you take a lot of it and you have a lot of calories in your body, it also damages the skin. So I think by even shaking off and also cutting off some calories and even getting involved in physical exercises, it helps. And we also see that it always helps with the skin because the pores, like you start sweating.
Yeah. And also we talked about exercise makes people to be happy. And when you don't exercise and you have stress, this stress will affect your skin because according to research that was taken, exercise may help delay the appearance of skin aging, prevent psoriasis, and improve venous leg ulcers. So it helps a lot.
Yes, we can also see that physical exercise can help your brain health and memory. Yeah, like we said earlier, while you are exercising, your heartbeat increases. Yes, and as the heartbeat increases, it means the blood flow increases and blood circulation in the body increases, and there's effective blood flow in the body. And remember that when blood flows, it also goes to the brain, which helps with the also production and also the making of new brain cells. Yes.
And I have to say this, most of the time you'll see people who are very productive, people who've done well, especially in the corporate world, the CEOs go to the gym and they take physical exercise, very important.
Yeah, it's part of their routines. Yes, it's true.
And also let me say this, way back I saw the interview, the deputy president being interviewed, and he said that before he go to work, he go to the gym to exercise.
Yes. You have to take note.
Yeah, take note. If
5 ways
to be
of
the president.
5 ways of becoming the deputy president.
Yeah.
Go to the gym.
Go to the gym.
Yes. Also, we can say that since exercises, physical exercises in general help with blood circulation, we can say that it also helps the brain because sometimes conditions like fainting, these are caused because of lack of oxygen in the brain. That is why you find a lot of people, they faint and there's a lot of things happening. There's always a lot. But when you get involved in physical exercises, it helps with blood circulation all over the body.
Yeah, and also it improves your sleep quality. If you want to sleep very well and peaceful, go to the gym, do an exercise.
And I think this is why we also see some people going to the gym and also getting involved in physical exercises during the night time. Yeah, after work, it's like after work you're also going to the gym.
But also we are encouraged not to go to the gym or not to do exercise, especially when after the exercise you going to the bed immediately. You're not encouraged that because you will find that most of the time when you go to the gym you become active, and you may become active in a way that sleeping now will become a problem.
Yes. So remember, you can continue interacting with us. Yes, and we are also not short of words, but we have to respect time. I am still your host, Emma Bonareri.
And I'm Vicky Kipto. Remember, as you exercise, you should also take water, because water is very important to our bodies. Yeah, let's do this again next week, same time, from starting 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Yeah,
from Monday
Monday
to
to
Friday.
Friday.
Have a great weekend.
Yes. Ciao.
Bye-bye.